Good morning. Thank you for listening. This is Danny with Control Existence, and I'm coming to you on day 2 with another Q&A, a daily Q&A. These are questions coming from the clinic and coming from you guys out there as well. Basically, I'm just trying to answer as many questions as I possibly can that are pertaining to health. And if you have a question, either leave it in the comment field or go ahead and email me over at www.controlexistence.com. I'd be more than happy to feature you guys' questions. And as I get more and more questions, I will be kind of filtering through them and trying to answer as many of them as I can. If not, if I can't answer them on YouTube, I will definitely answer them to you personally. But yeah, definitely these are the health questions that I've gotten, and I want to try to answer them the best way that I can. So the first question that I have is, why are your supplements better than the ones at the store? And my answer to that is whole food supplements are always better than isolated synthetic supplements that are built by scientists in some sort of laboratory, in my opinion. Um, so I just think that I always think that eating an orange or eating a apple is going to be much better than even a supplement. But when you have the supplements that are made from the orange or the apple, I think that's much better than some synthetic, chemically made road tar derivative whatever supplement that's made from the health food store. So, I think that's a very simple question, and I think it's very well answered in that statement there. What do we live on? We live on whole foods. We don't live on synthetics. Some of us kind of do, but that's a different topic. Anyway, that we don't live very well on synthetics. Let's just say that. We live much better on whole foods. Anyway, so yeah, but as far as the supplements that I recommend, I'm always going to recommend a whole food, as natural and as organic as you can possibly get. Um, the second question that I have is, money. My money is tight. What is the most important supplement to take? And if I were to answer that question, I would definitely, and I'm going to. That's the point of this. But the answer to that question that I would give is definitely a daily multi. A daily multi is just going to cover pretty much and a whole food daily multi. Let me kind of specify that, because the daily multis from the store, they're so varied, and there's so many things that they put in there that I don't necessarily think that everybody needs that amount of. They can put imbalances in the body, all kinds of things like that. So I definitely think that it's important to take a really good whole food daily multi supplement. And I think that would be, if your money is tight, I would definitely suggest that would be the number one thing that you should do to just kind of overall support the body with every nutrient that you can, possibly, not every nutrient, but the majority of the nutrients that people need in that supplement. And it's a whole food supplement as well. So our daily multi is really good. I really like it. It's very simple to take. You just take 3 to 6 capsules. I would suggest 6 capsules, but if money's really tight, I would suggest probably 3 capsules in the morning, and you would just and you're good for the day. So that would be my recommendation for somebody that money is tight and you want to find the number one supplement that would work best for you. The next question that we have is, why does my body get so out of balance nutritionally? And this question is very common. I get this a lot in the clinic, and because people are confused. They come in and they're like, "Oh my goodness, why am I so low on vitamin D? I've been out in the sun for so long," or "Why is this?" or "Why am I so out of balance on this nutritional supplement?" or whatever. And that's a multifaceted question. There's so many different things that can go into that. A lot of that has to do with environment, chemical exposure, but the number one thing I would say is mental. It's a lot of that stuff is coming from the mental side, either stress or just definitely some kind of mental uh, situation going on. Someone has been chewing you out lately or whatever, blah blah blah, and so therefore your B complex is low, you're stressed, whatever. So that's typically what I always see is anytime there's a major nutrient imbalance in the body, I typically always go back to the mental state of the person and say what is going on, what's going on at home, what's going on where, whatever. Of course, you want to support that nutritional imbalance while that is off. And, 2 weeks later, maybe that imbalance will correct itself and you don't have to take that supplement anymore, which is fantastic. So it's ideal to look at nutritional imbalances as a whole environmental type situation because it truly is. You could be using the wrong soap, you could be using there's a multitude of different things that could be, and so I would highly suggest that you take a look at your cupboards or your cabinets and see what you're using as far as household cleaners and soaps and all kinds of things, and take a look at that and kind of revamp some of that with more organic, natural things, and so that would be my answer to that question because I get that a lot, and people they're like, I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, well, yes, actually it does. Everything makes sense if you really just kind of boil it down to what's really going on with it. So the point is, it's just, in the clinic, I don't have 5 hours to discuss your entire life with you to see, what exactly that imbalance is. So it's kind of your homework to figure out, hey, this is going on at home, and I'm trying to correct this, or I've got this relationship issue and I'm trying to correct that, or whatever, and that's something that you have to work on. I can't really do that. The only thing that I can do is support nutrition and balance. So but the good thing is we do have that ability to support nutrition and balance in a life that throws us curveballs literally every single day. So that's a really, really important and good point to make there. The next question we have on the list is, why is my friend healthy? He has a much worse diet than I do. Okay, this is a question that I get a whole lot. And this question is extremely interesting. And I've been in health for the last 17 years, and I can tell you honestly, early on, I struggled with this question myself. It was like, I don't understand. I see these people over here eating fast food all the time, and it looks like they're just going right along. They're smoking like a freight train, and they drink every night of the week, or whatever, a couple times a week, and they eat fast food, and they look fine to me. Well, here's the thing about that, and here's the truth about that. If you look at that person, typically that person's not going to be that old. And if they are older, which has happened in very, very rare occasions, those kind of people typically have a very interesting dynamic when it comes to health and DNA. Their DNA is typically extremely strong. Their bloodline is extremely strong with whatever whatever the mother either breastfed them or something. There's so much more to that story typically than what's on the surface. However, in saying that, typically what you'll notice is people that do carry on that kind of lifestyle are going to have much more issues down the road. It may take 5, 10, 20, 30 years. But typically that person's going to be in some serious pain. They're going to have arthritis. They're going to have osteopenia. they're gonna have all different kinds of just all kinds of problems, and but it may show up later on in life. So it's not going to be something that you see immediately, and that's the thing. As human beings, we like to judge, like, oh yeah, look at him right now. This is what he's doing right now, and he's healthy. Yeah, yes and no. I mean that is so detailed and more in depth than just that answer to that question. And like I said, it's going to be, when you look at a whole lifelong of somebody that likes to continue with that kind of lifestyle, then you're going to notice that they typically have a lot of issues. But the other side of that question would be, why am I sick and why is he so healthy and he does this over here? Well, that also has a lot of other um, implications, like, were you breastfed? Were you exposed to a lot of mercury toxicity? In your mouth, you have a lot of fillings. There's so many different things that can go in the direction of, and I'll get more specific with that in different questions, I'm sure, in the future. But so yeah, and a lot of that is environmental. So again, it goes back to the environment, just like the previous question. Um, yeah, I would definitely say be very careful with those kinds of questions because they don't really have a lot of basis. It looks like from the outside that this person is extremely healthy, but I guarantee you on the inside there's more going on. Their body's fighting like crazy to try to get a balance of some sort, and it appears to be working on the outside, but it's not. So again, going back to the flip side of this question, on why am I so sick and why is he so healthy? Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of different things to that as far as um, your health goes, your environment goes, your relationships goes, your mental status goes, your chemical exposure goes, your heavy metal exposure goes. There's just so many different reasons as to why one person would have something and another person would not. And again, always remember, like I said, about the mental, a tranquil mind or a positive, happy, you know, motivated person that is that is going places and doing things and is happy and is feeling good and all that stuff, that they're always going to have a better advantage no matter what diet they have. So, and I truly do believe that. The last question we have on the list today is how much water should I drink and what kind? And this question I get quite a lot. The simple answer is going to be you want to get a half an ounce per body weight at least of water per day. Most people are not getting that, so I would highly recommend that you get a jug of water that is, and measure that out every day and make sure you drink that. And you can say, oh wow, I wasn't drinking near enough water. But at least a half an ounce, closer to an ounce actually per pound of body weight. Um, in the summertime, or if you sweat a lot or whatever, that would be more ideal. Is closer to an ounce and up to an ounce per body weight of water. And the type of water that I would recommend that you drink would be a good, either a good reverse osmosis filtered, highly filtered. I like. There's lots of different waters that I like, but any kind of water besides, I would say, fluoridated tap water. I would say just definitely choose a good. I don't like BPA. I don't like plastic. Personally, I drink out of glass myself. I drink a spring-fed water. I drink a natural spring-fed water that comes from the United States, a remote location of the United States, and it's a reasonable price, and it also is a very good water. It's got a lot of good minerals in it, and you just want to make sure you're getting plenty of good clean water that has good minerals in it as well. So I'm not a firm believer in like I don't do the I don't do the crazy ionized water things. I think that's kind of a I think it's more of a how do I put this nicely? It's more of it doesn't really give you uh, the full aspect of what water should be. I think when it runs through the mud, the dirt, the rocks, the minerals, the natural way of water, then I think that's the going to be the much better choice for water. So just any source that you can find that is going to be the most natural. Spring fed is what I prefer. Obviously in glass bottles, and you can typically find that from health food stores. So um, yeah, so that's the questions for today. If you have any other questions, you can leave a comment in the comment field below. Please like and share this video if you like it, and head over to www.controlexistence.com. I have a lot of supplements there, some information about what I do in the clinic, and just some more, lots more things coming soon, which I'm really excited about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.